First this morning on your election day, workers across the state have been processing ballots for more than 2 weeks now.
And today they're actually still helping people register to vote in the 2024 election. Farah Jadrin is live at the King County Elections headquarters in Renton this morning. And Farah, elections workers have helped so many people in the last few days. Tell us about this new milestone.
Yeah, Jake and Mimi, there are now more than 5 million registered voters in Washington state for the first time. So we could be seeing more folks turning in their ballots here to boxes like this one. And we'll get into voter turnout a little bit more in our next half hour. But between Friday and Monday, more than 8,300 new voter registrations went through in our state. And if you still want to vote and you are eligible, there's time for you to do that today. You can get your ballot, you can get your voter pamphlet, make your voice heard, and drop off your ballot at a box like that. So here in Washington, there's same-day registration. You have to do it in person at a voting center. In King County, there are 7 locations. Keep in mind the deadline to do your voter registration online passed last week. If you already turned in your ballot, there's a chance you could be hearing from elections officials.
The biggest mistake that we see when voters are completing their ballot packet is forgetting to sign that outer envelope. And that's okay. If you forget to, we're going to contact you, and we've got all the way until November 25th to hear back from you and still count your ballot.
According to the Secretary of State's latest data in this current 2024 election, so far there are more than 23,200 ballots being challenged, and that's because maybe they're missing a signature, the signature doesn't match, or there's another issue.
And there are some folks who have concerns about whether, Farah, their ballot has been collected, how it's being processed. How can folks track what's happening with their ballot at the elections office?
Yeah, well, Jake, in King County, you can go to the website and go to the My Voter Information section. I just tracked my ballot this morning. I turned it in as soon as I received it. I mailed it out, and mine already shows that it's been received, it's been accepted, and it's been counted. It says signature verification, ballot counted. So depending on where you're voting, there's different ways to track your ballots and kind of give you that peace of mind that your voice was heard.
Voice is heard, all important on a day like this. Farah Jadrin, thanks so much. Meme?
Well, there's a lot up for grabs in tonight's election. We are tracking some of the biggest races right now with our brand new technology. So let's start with the governor's mansion. Attorney General Bob Ferguson is taking on former Congressman and former Sheriff Dave Reichert. Now, both candidates live in King County, but we can expect partisan divide here in the Cascades. If you look back at 2020, Governor Jay Inslee won this race by about 500,000 votes. He is not seeking re-election, so this is now an open seat, and our King 5 poll last month showed Ferguson favored to win. Here's a look at Congress right now. All eyes are in Congressional District 8. So let's take a look at that. It's a mix of red and blue communities on both sides of the mountains. Democrat Kim Schreier actually has held this seat since Reichert retired from Congress. Republican challenger Carmen Goers is now hoping to flip it back again for the GOP. Also in central Washington, another interesting race is CD4, where we've got 2 Republicans running against each other. And Representative Dan Newhouse is only one of 2 lawmakers, Republican lawmakers in the country, to vote for impeaching Donald Trump and remain in office. So Trump and the Republican Party have now endorsed Jared Sessler in this race. Here's another interesting thing as we take a look at the balance of power in the House. So right now, Republicans hold the House. Democrats only need just a few seats to change that. So Jake, even in a blue state like Washington, every vote counts.
Great breakdown. On the national front, after months of campaigning, a late switch in candidates for the Democrats and just one single debate and a final sprint through swing states, Americans are choosing a new president tonight. Many believe the state of Pennsylvania could be the difference maker, and those polls close earliest. That's where Vice President Harris spent Election Day Eve with one last pitch to voters.
It is my pledge to you that if you give me a chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
Meanwhile, former President Trump closed things out with a crowd in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and a call to help him finish what he calls his comeback tour with a win.
With your vote tomorrow, we can fix every single problem our country faces and lead America, indeed the world, to new heights of glory.
As we saw in 2020, this election could be decided by just a few 10,000 votes from multiple swing states. And taking a look at the latest NBC News national poll, the last poll coming out before the election. Yeah, if that's not indicative of the race, I don't know what is. 49-49 among registered voters.